How are we? Let's see. How is everyone? It's miserable outside. Storm Francis. I've got friends camping in Cornwall, so I hope they survive the winds, the high winds and rain. I don't think I want to camp now in anywhere. Okay, with that said, I feel sorry for my camping friends.
Tanya.
It's Tanya. Tanya always does the class. She's camping in Cornwall and she loves camping, I said sarcastically. She hates it. Okay, on your backs, we're going to stretch today. Because we don't do stretch Sundays anymore, I thought we'll spend a day stretching a little bit and getting ourselves lengthened out. So you can lie on your back, take your legs from side to side. Take your legs from side to side and enjoy. Ugh. It's suddenly dark in this room as well. Can you tell me?
It's not good, Lily.
It's not good.
We don't want summer to end.
No one wants summer. I like autumn when the leaves shade and I do photo shoots because it's the prettiest photo shoots. But apart from that, after autumn, I'm done. I check out.
Until spring.
Mentally, I check out. It's like I'm hibernating and died. Take the legs from side to side. Enjoy. So, has everyone been enjoying the eating out for half price thing? Because I have definitely done that. We still need a place to go on Thursday because Wednesday because it's the last day, Louis.
I thought next Monday was the last day.
So we are so fed up eating out. We almost wish that it would end.
Don't say that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm taking that back. Bring yourselves with the feet together, open up the legs, and just let that stretch. No, we've been having a lot of fun. We went to Blue Salt last night in Woodbridge. If you've not been to Blue Salt, please go.
Very good.
It's very good. It's the best hamburger I've ever had. And it's amazing. So Blue Salt Woodbridge, it's new. It's amazing. I loved it. Been there twice. And take your arms over your head, stretch out a little bit. Take a nice deep breath in and yawn if you have to. And as you bring it down, tuck in your ribs, tuck up your tailbone, and relax your shoulders down. And just let your adductors open up. And back to the middle. Hug in your left leg, take the right leg to the floor. You can kind of circle this leg a little bit in the joint. And straighten it out to the ceiling. Start where you can feel the stretch. If you have to lift up to help that for a little bit, you can do that. Nice and straight with the legs. Wiggle the toes a little bit. You can wiggle that leg in the joint and just get it moving. It's early stretching. It's just waking up stretching. So don't overdo anything. We will get to hamstrings. We'll get to inner thighs. We'll get to... we won't do a pigeon because we did that yesterday. We'll just do a normal one. So open up the back. See if Lou's back feels better after today. And hug it in. Slide that leg down the floor. And hug in the other one. Move it in the joint first. I have some foot drama, as you can see. I've got my blue thing. Again, foot drama, same foot. Always drama. Straighten out. And we go. I think all my doctor friends is going to kill me because you remember the glass I had in my foot? I took it out and there was no glass. And there was really no glass. And then suddenly, was it yesterday or the day before? I walked and I was like, oh, feels like there's glass in my foot. So I think whatever was left surfaced or moved, but I didn't feel it at all. I mean, I didn't for once think that there was still glass stuck and I'm just ignoring it. So we'll see if we can get it out. It's time for surgery again. And hug it in. Okay, we're going to roll up to seated. Straighten out your legs in front of you. And just lift your bum up to lighten your spine, then sit yourself down again. Bring one leg in, take some pressure off the hamstrings. Sit nice and high and just fold over the leg that is out. Don't overfold. You can keep that leg bent and fold over it if it helps to stretch the hamstring back a little bit more. And just make sure your seat bones is not feeling trapped because your hamstring is attached to them. So if you sit solidly on them, you won't be able to stretch your hamstring. Keep your navel to spine. And don't go too far. It's just early stretching, so you don't want to overstretch that. You just want to wake it up. Navel to spine, then slide. Slide up, put your hand on your leg, the same hand as the leg that's out, or anywhere on your leg, and pull yourself up, and then just take yourself over for a nice little side stretch. Navel to spine. It's a little bit different than the side one we do. It's just stretching in a little bit of a different place. Navel to spine. And lift it up all the way to the top. Switch sides. One leg out, one leg in. Make sure you're not sitting on your seat bones or trapping your hamstring tendon. And then straight back, slide it down and stretch. And you can kind of breathe yourself down. As with my back is really sore for doing too much of the same class, I think. So not sore in a bad way, just like stiff. Overworked. So just be careful, don't overstretch into a soreness. Fold over, then slide up with the same hand as the leg that's in front, anywhere where you can reach, and take that opposite arm over into the stretch. Oh, my shoulder just made a click. I need to be oiled better. And lift it up. All the way to the top, onto your hands and knees. And we're going to do that funky shoulder stretch where we lift up the leg if you want to. So that's part of a lot of things we're going to do on our knees today. So I hope your knees are okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to send out the right leg to the side. Put the foot on the floor. You can't see my foot. Let me just show you how. Flat on the floor if you can. Toes looking forward. The foot out in line with your knee, and then just slide that foot out as far as you can. You can walk your hands to the middle, slide it out, and then you're going to rock it back. Turn your foot up. Let me do it so that you can see my foot. Sorry, Lou. So turn your foot up as you rock it back onto your knee, and then back to the middle, slide it out, rock it back, lift up the foot. So if you can see my foot doing that, onto the side.
Which one?
No, don't worry. Yeah, that's a good idea, like this, so that you can see. Thank you. So leg out to the side, foot flat, and you can slide it as far as you can slide it. And then we're going to sit back, lift up the foot, stretch, hold. So you're in a half child's pose kind of sit. Just hold that. And then bring it back to the top. And slide it down too far. Keep the foot down until you're back, and then lift it up. You feel that stretch?
Mm-hmm.
You should feel it. I think your adductors is quite tight.
Yeah.
Forward, foot out, and sit it back. Leave the foot first. That should also feel like a bit of a stretch, and then lift it up. And back one more time. Sit back. Sorry, lift the foot first and then turn it up. I've done it too late. And all the way back. Bring that knee back. Move to the other side of the mat. Take the leg out. So you're going to start a little less flexy and then work yourself down. So foot out, legs straight, and then sit back and turn the foot up and hold. You okay?
Yeah.
Forward, if you can slide it out a little bit more. Back and hold. Forward, foot down, sliding too far. Oh, I'm so flexible, I'm sliding so far. Choking, push back, foot down, and then lift it up. Stretch. Back to the middle, back onto your hands and knees. Push into a cat stretch, tuck your toes under, downward dog, and take your time to walk it out. Navel to spine. Feel those stretching in the calves. You can bend the knees, push the calves down. Push the heels down, not the calves. On each side. Crack. Walk it out. Have fun with that. Navel to spine. Walk your feet a little bit closer if you want your heels to go down and you are really struggling. Shoulders back and down. Tighten that stretch up. And then walk your feet in a little bit closer. You can bend your legs if you want to. You can rock forwards and back to get the heels down and to just get that stretch going. And walk your hands in a little bit closer. So you're going into a forward bend, but you're taking your time with that. And you can always bend your knees if you want to. You don't have to lock the knees out. Walk it closer again. Chest down. Hold that stretch. And you can go to where you feel comfortable, navel to spine. Fold over your legs. And then bend your knees in, hands on your knees. And roll it up all the way to the top until you get to the top. We're going to take our legs wide. Well, that's mat's a bit slippery. We're going to do a wide-legged stretch and a twist. So nice and wide, feet looking forward. Squeeze your bum and just grab your hands at the back. Open up your chest and just hold that. Now go for a back arch. So keep your navel to spine. Just shrug your shoulders back as far as you can. And hold that. Everything is slippery. I think I've put on too much body cream. Let go of the arms. Shrug the shoulders back, hands into your hips, and pivot into a tabletop. Feet looking forward or turned in, and make sure everything stays relatively engaged. You can put your hands on the floor in front of you and go into quite a nifty tabletop, navel to spine, and just rock it forwards and back. So heel to toe. This stretch is not good for my ankle. And then back to the middle. Leave the left hand and twist towards the right. Navel to spine, hold that twist. Swish back, switch hands and twist to the left. Open up that chest. Switch back to the middle. Now walk your hands closer into a forward bend towards where your feet is and lift your tailbone up, navel to spine, from your hips and just dip into that forward bend. You can have your legs bent to get yourself further down. Just hold that. If you're very flexible, you can walk your hands through your legs. And bend the knees in. Bring your hands back to the middle and heel toe your feet in to about hip distance apart. Bend your knees, go down to the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together. We've done this before. Bring the soles of your feet together and get your knees to go out, navel to spine, and you can hold it like that to open up those inner thighs. Shrug the shoulders back and down and hold your balance. One. Today's easier than usual. Shrug the shoulders back. You can grab your hands at the back and hold you there. To open up your shoulders if you want, or you can just have your hands on your knees. Or your hands on your knees. And all the way down. Turn your feet forward again and straighten out your legs. Bend them slightly. Go into a forward bend. With slight bend knees, just so that you can get that torso to drop. Don't straighten out the knees there so that it's a safe drop. And just hold it there. Hold it at your maximum drop with chest on knees with the legs slightly bent. It should be a little bit easier when the legs are bent. And now you can start to straighten it out a little bit if you want, keeping it down. Bend the knees in and roll it up. Hands on your hips. Roll it up all the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back. Grab your hands behind your back. Shrug your shoulders back. Or you can just grab your elbows like this to have that shoulder shrug back. That's up to you. But either arms back, pulling it straight, or elbows. Can you reach your elbows? Elbows is a little bit less intense on the tendons and less pulling. Navel to spine. And then you're going to start to go into a slight little back bend, but I want you to forget about bending into your lower back. I want you to squeeze your bum muscles as tight as you can. So hold that 20-pound load and then open up your chest. And with the squeeze and shoulder shrug, start to move back. So squeeze harder, shoulder shrug back, and forget about that lumbar spine bend. So you only go as far as your squeeze and your shoulder shrug back allows you. Squeeze harder, shoulder shrug back. Give it time. There's a little bit of movement in there. Squeeze and shrug. And slowly lift it up all the way to the top. Let go of your arms. Shrug it back. That's one. Sorry about that. Okay, to the back of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. Forward bend. Bend the knees. Again, go down and then straighten out. If you want, shoulder shrug back. Torso bend. Knees bend, not torso bend, sorry. And walk it out to downward dog. Again, take your time, step your legs in a little bit closer. You should feel a little bit better with that. So give it some swirling and see if you can get those heels further down than what you did the previous time. And then once you're there, you can hold, you can rock forward a little bit Lock the shoulders back and down. Start pushing back, straight back. And just hold the heels. What about it?
This is Robert, starting to wake everyone up.
Robert, such a little one. And knees to the floor. Bring in your mat. We are going to do a frog and then the thigh stretch, the opposite thigh stretch. So bring in your mat onto your hands and knees. Take your knees out as far as you can. Turn your feet out. Your feet behind your knees. And then once you're in position, you can start to go down onto your elbows. And remember to keep your the tummy tucked in. Once you're on your elbows, push back as far as you can. You should feel that stretch when you push back. If you don't feel it, make sure your feet's behind your knees. So you can push back. And today, once you come forward, you can lift up one foot a little bit for that internal rotation and then push back again. And then as you come forward, lift up the other foot for that internal rotation. As you can see, my foot lifted there behind me, the blue side. And then push back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Peter. And then as you come forward, other leg. So just keep lifting up the rotation of that foot at the back and then push it back. You don't have to do that. So, but nice and slow, not too fast. And then again, rotation foot up. And just let those knees slide out. And you lift up the foot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't have my watch on today. Oh my word.
Right.
It's torturous. And then, like I always say, I don't know how to come out of this. Bring the feet in a little bit, push yourself up, and bring those hips back together. That's horrible. I don't think I will ever like that stretch. Okay. Onto your bum. Straighten out your legs in front of you. Sit up nice and high. Just go for a nice little stretch. Lift yourself up a little bit. I'm so bummed I don't have my watch on.
I know.
That's one exercise I'm not going to do today.
We are doing it.
No, see, this is the thing if you've got these watches. If you don't log it, you didn't do it. Hello, it's your last antibiotics today. Lift it all the way up to the top and roll yourself down to the bottom, nice and slow. Bring your feet in underneath your knees again and just take it from side to side after that little frog stretch, which was horrible. Are you feeling better from the frog?
Yeah.
Louis likes it.
I don't like it. It's good for me.
He likes it.
Hate it.
Okay, and then back to the middle. Cross your whichever leg, it doesn't matter, over the other one. Push that knee back into a 90-degree angle. Make sure the back is down, able to spine, pull in feeling, and bring in the opposite leg. Go underneath the hamstring first, and then just kind of circle the legs. So keep moving in the joint. Circle them in and start to loosen it up. I mean, we did do pigeon yesterday, so it's the same stretch. This one is obviously easier because you don't have your body weight on it. Make sure that your back is down and comfortable. And then if you want to take it further, you can grab over the shin, pull it in a little bit more, rock from side to side, and just enjoy that. Stop picking your feet, grow. Back down, so don't let your lower back lift up. Keep that down on the floor, and just enjoy that stretch. Are you okay? Are you struggling today?
No, it's not.
and then let that go. Switch sides, other foot on, push that, push that knee back. I really feel this side. That pushing back, push that knee back, Louis. And then lift underneath the hamstring first, back down, do a little roll to loosen it up. I find it's easier to loosen up the limbs and the stuff if you do a slight little roll, not a tuck, and you just get kind of moving into the stretch and just staying there. It does help, Louis. I'm not talking nonsense.
Right.
If you roll.
I have moved. You just caught me when I was static.
And then if you want to feel it a little bit more, over the shin, this side's much more tight. And you can roll from side to side. Get that knee to come to your chest. Keep the lower back down and enjoy this painful stretch.
Where's Big Dan?
I think he's upstairs. We've got the children's very involved today. Usually they sleep. I don't know why they woke up. I thought they would be tired. And take it down to the floor. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Why did you leave it early?
I looked at Robert.
Take it from side to side, your legs again. Let your back just ease off. We're going to finish. I don't have the time. How much time do we have left?
Sorry.
We're going to finish with a happy baby.
We've got about 4 minutes left.
And because it's Tanya's little favorite stretch, we might try and put the leg behind the head again at the end of the stretch for us. So when you're ready, bring your knees in, round, make sure your back isn't trapping any muscles, lift up the feet, go for the soles, for the shins, the soles of the feet, or the outside of the soles of the feet to keep the knees in if you tend to push your knees out a little bit. Once you've got your legs wherever you're holding on to them, drop your back down on the floor and push your knees into your, almost, I want to say armpits, not wide, but down next to your sides. And you can roll from side to side. The roll is just a leg push. You're just pushing that foot down and that's going to roll you. So don't go too far. Some people roll off balance with this because they go for a big roll. Again, if you're really stuck in this, if you move a little bit, that helps. Push both down, hold position back down. And just let the happy baby flow, Louis. Yes. So this one is nice for the back. I find this one eases off my back pain if I do this. If I keep my back down, and I keep my knees coming down next to the side, next to my elbows, I do feel the change. It's a little bit more intense if you go on the outside, because then your knee stays really in. Just that will ease off and go into the stretch. Some people can get their knees down on the floor. I don't think I'm that person. And hug it in. Nice and tight. Circle the legs in your hands. And if you want to try it again, see how far you've gone. Take one leg, bend it in, take that foot, cross it over like we've done in the thigh stretch, push the knee out, and then use one hand to pick up your ankle and the other hand to put your shoulder, your knee on your shoulder. So you grab your calf from underneath, you put the knee over your shoulder and see how far you can go. I can go only up to there. I'm not that flexible, I'm not Tanya. And just hold that because this elbow over the knee is a nice stretch anyway. It's the same as the happy baby, just a little bit more intense. So you can just hold that wherever it is. Your foot doesn't have to go behind. And bring it back. Bring that knee in and take that leg to the floor. Other one. Bring that knee in and then lift up the foot and the knee crossing over. So one hand on the foot, the other one grabbing the the calf to put it over your shoulder. And then once you're there, you can take the opposite leg down for a little bit of a hip flexor stretch on this side, which I can see now from looking that my hip flexors need some stretching. And then this one, only to where you can. So it's almost like a reverse lizard pose where when you do this the opposite way. Able to spine. And bring it down. Foot to the floor, slide your legs down the mat. Make sure your back feels okay. Navel to spine. Let your feet fall out, drop your shoulders down. We've done a stretchy class. How did you feel for stretchy class?
Yeah, it's good.
Stretchy class because we don't do Sundays anymore and we're soon to be ending. Take a nice deep breath in. Roll yourself up whichever way you want to the top. Once you're up, go for a nice little quick stretch. Wherever you can. Pull up a little bit, navel to spine. Roll it back up, shrug the shoulders back. Take a nice deep breath in and you are done for today. Do not get wet, don't go out. And have a lovely day. It's really raining. Have a lovely day and I will see you all tomorrow for a little bit more of a vigorous class. Bye.